Sector Wars, play Astro Blaster.
If you destroy my baby,
Intruder alert. The intruder must not escape.
Dragon's Lair, the fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight.
you will be a torpedo.
Prepare to qualify.
Cool warrior needs food badly.
Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at a game called Tecmo Knight. This game is also known as WILD FANG, and this was created in 1989 by Tecmo, and this was suggested by YouTube user Juan Teddy Bear. I had never seen this before or heard of it. It is a very, very difficult beat 'em up. It's got some interesting elements. It borrows some sound effects from NINJA GAIDEN, which Tecmo also made, of course. But you are this human in a land with really large monsters, and you have the ability to ride on a giant's shoulders and have him beat up the monsters for you because they're so much bigger than your regular human. Or you can ride a tiger and you sling like a ball and chain. This game is really gory. Not just in the attract mode, but just about all the enemies that you defeat, you knock their heads off, and they splat on the ground in a gory mess. And the heads, and this is 2-player simultaneous play here in the attract mode, the heads will turn into skulls that you can collect for maybe a 1-up, extra life, points. There is also a star meter at the bottom, and you build up stars, and this allows you to change back from a giant, which is your default form, to the tiger and back. And that costs you a star, and if you are out of stars, then you can't do it anymore. This game also grants you the ability to jump at your enemies and perform a special attack. If you're jumping at the enemy and you press the attack button right as you're going over their head, in the giant form, you will land on their shoulders and punch their heads. I didn't do that yet. Don't fall in love with that move, because as cool as it looks, it's not very practical, and it doesn't seem to work every time. But this generally has very much the feel of NINJA GAIDEN, except there's weird monsters in it. And yeah, when you defeat them, their head will come right off their shoulders, and you'll see them kind of bloody when they're about to go down. And that head will turn into a skull, and like I said, the skull will say on the skull what it's going to give you. If it says 1-up, then that's an extra life. If it says life, then that will replenish your life meter, which is at the top left. It's kind of a flame, and the longer the flame, the more life you have. There will be an IC, it'll say I-C on the skull. If it says that, then that will give you another star. And again, the stars are what give you the ability to change from one form to another. Watch out when you see bombs on a bridge. If the bomb is detonated by the enemy, or if you kick a rolling log or something onto it, then the bomb will explode and the bridge will break. and you can fall right through and die. So watch out. Now here's me as a riding the tiger. But enemies can activate that bomb by like swinging their sword or an axe onto the ground. And again, that will break up the bridge and you can fall right through and lose a life instantly, which sucks. One thing that really sucks is this mini boss coming up here. Yeah, there's good times to use that tiger. I changed out of the tiger here. This gorilla, this giant gorilla, sucks. You have to, generally, as far as I'm concerned, you have to be a giant in giant mode. And I died right there. You have to be in giant mode and take out one of his hands by repeatedly smacking it. And with the other hand, use the tiger and smack it with your ball and chain or flail or whatever that is. Just back off when it's gonna try to smash you and then turn around and whack it. But you really need to take out one of the hands first. And again, you can there's a third button. There's jump and there's attack. There's a third button that lets you transform to the tiger and back to the giant. But if you can get that trick to work, where you can jump at the enemy. Now here is the last power-up. You can morph into a dragon. This is very temporary, but you are invincible, and you will instantly vaporize or lay waste to any enemy that you zap with your fire breath. But learn what situations or what forms work best against which enemies. The tiger or the giant. And here are a pair of bosses. These guys are pretty easy if you do not let them corner you, and if you use the or if you don't let them gang up on you, and if you use the tiger. Because they are not fast. Oops. They are not super fast when they swing their weapon, and you can repeatedly smack them and back them up with your flail or whatever it is that you're swinging. But the enemies are very good at backing you into a corner or ganging up on you in this game. And there, I killed one of them. Will I be able to kill the other? I've got like no life left. But yeah, with the tiger form, you can often just keep smacking certain enemies backwards, and he's almost dead. So am I, for that matter. And there I went out the door, and that's the end of that level. Now, if you did not lose a life, you will get a bonus at the close of the level. If you did not lose a life that level, that stage or round. And here is round 2. And right at the beginning of round 2, stay away from that falling block or whatever that was, and see if you can bait the enemies into getting crushed. There will be various opportunities. Oh, I hate the enemies that slam the ground, because if you're even close to them, you will get hurt and you will fall over. Now I don't know why those guys died with one hit. Maybe there is a power-up that I did not notice where you can get like extra strength with the next couple attacks or something. I don't know. But that was kind of strange, because they're usually a lot stronger than that. If you can, if you can use the jump attack and attack them while you're on their shoulders, then you can press whichever direction after you're done attacking them with the joystick, and you might be able to hop right onto another enemy's shoulders and attack them. I think I might have done that earlier in this game, maybe not. There was my shoulder attack. And there I used the... crap. And there I used the barrel, knocked it over and made it roll and take out and hit a bomb. And it broke open the bridge that I was standing on. And I fell right through. That's an instant lost life. So try not to let that happen. And try not to let those enemies surround you. And there I jumped on his shoulders. I think there's a similar attack that you can do with the tiger. I think they might have even showed it in the attract mode. This is a gross game. You knock their heads off and they instantly become skulls, and there's well, not all of them, but there's often a skull left, and it can give you a 1-up, extra life. Oops. I hate those guys. And when you go to the continue screen, a giant mouth will start eating you. And I didn't put in a credit in time to continue. But I'll show you. No future. It's pretty bleak. Put in my initials. But I'll look at, or I'll show you the rest of the parts of the rounds that are remaining, or the major parts of them. But yeah, when you transform to a tiger or to the giant, then that costs you a star, and you can have up to 8 stars. But that dragon form is very rare, and if you could collect that, just plow through the enemies as quickly as you can and move forward as quickly as you can. You never get to have the dragon power for a boss fight, unfortunately. And I'll continue right here. I'll just show you the bits of the rest of the levels. But yeah, watch out for those bombs on the bridges. That sucks. Falling right through into the abyss and losing life automatically. But yeah, if you're like fighting 2 guys at once, I put on like infinite life cheat this time around, just so I could plow through the level quicker. Yeah, I hate those guys that like to jump at you. And now the level 2 bosses are Medusa snakes, or snake women or something. And they try to throw happy fun balls at you. But it's a good idea, I think, to use the tiger form. Just get close enough so you can repeatedly whack one of them without them whipping their tail at you to knock it backwards and cause a lot of damage. They'll fall over, but they're not dead. They'll get right back up and throw more happy fun balls at you. There's some weird bosses in this game. But again, this is also known as Wild Fang. I have never seen this in arcades, never heard of it until MAME came along. I apologize if the graphics look really bad, or if it's very blurry. That's Tecmo hardware. It doesn't really translate well in MAME, I don't think. No, back to the giant. Might be kind of hard to tell, but I am riding the giant's shoulders. Oops. Don't fall off. Ah, shit. But yeah, once you manage to land on their shoulders, whale with the attack button, and you can score some additional damage that way. Oh, and there's that stupid friggin' gorilla. I hate that guy. He's so annoying. But yeah, if you can, just try to take out one hand with your giant, and then take out the other one with your tiger. There we go. That's really the best strategy for this gorilla here. But yeah, don't fall in love with the shoulder attack. But you can jump onto one enemy and punch him in the head and jump off to the left or right and land on another enemy and start another shoulder attack. Yeah, one thing you definitely don't want to let happen in this game is to let the enemies surround you. If you take on two enemies at once, like both right in front of you, they're gonna hit you. And you see at the way bottom left, there's an indicator of a tiger, and then the giant, and then the dragon. And it shows you which one you're currently using. These guys are kind of creepy. They go, big bug things. I'm not sure what they are, but they're swinging flails around. But a lot of the big enemies are actually easier with the tiger. And you can get in close and keep whacking them with your ball and chain or flail or whatever, and you'll be able to score a lot of hits. You are timed in this game, but the time is fairly generous, I think. I think you have enough time to complete a level. I mean, if you're able to, you've got enough time. It seems like these statues or whatever that is should be a breakable thing. And there I jumped from one monster to another. Cool. He killed himself for me. But yeah, use those rolling. Maybe it's not a barrel, but it's like a piece of a pillar. Attack that to make it take out multiple enemies. Yeah, see, I'm trying to take out like two fire breathers at once, and that's just asking for trouble. Yeah, these little guys are, I call them little, but they're still bigger than my regular human. And now we're back to the creepy bug things. Yeah, don't take on multiple enemies in front of you at once, or they'll give you a really hard time. It's creepy. Die already, you creepy thing. Well, I hope you're not doing too bad health-wise. I guess it's flu season, and I'm feeling the effects. I've got a little bit of a cold. Not doing terrible right now. I just had some Alka-Seltzer and Cold Plus. Just gotta chug the vitamin C or orange juice. Take vitamin C pills. Dayquil and NyQuil until it goes away. And yeah, this is this stage's boss, and it's a couple guys that throw boomerangs. Stay the hell out of the way of the boomerangs. Don't know if you've been watching the World Series, but what a strange series it's been. Neither team has won a home game. I think it's the first time in World Series history that at this point neither team has won a home game. It's we're going the full series. Pretty interesting. I'm rooting for the Nationals. They've never won a World Series. This is the first time they've been to one. I hate this guy. He swings his club so ridiculously fast, you don't have a chance to get out of the way, it seems. But this is the final stage here. Well, if you got any more requests, let me know. If I forget requests, and it will happen, it happens. I apologize for that. Let me know. And I'll do my best to try that one for you. Sometimes I get really frustrated with some games, and the more I play, the more frustrated I get, and I'll have to decline. And watch out for the bombs on bridges. Do not want to let them fall through, because that will instantly cost your life. And we got these bird creatures again. Yeah, many of the boss fights are actually pretty simple, especially if you know which character to use. You can cut through them real quick. Got some enemies that throw bombs. I hate those turtle guys that like to jump close to you and make you take damage when they land near you. I really hate that friggin' giant gorilla. Yeah, screw it. It's best to take out one hand with the giant and then take out the other hand with the tiger. And this is the final boss of the game. You have to destroy that heart thing. Watch out for the hand, and watch out for the mouth that's spitting fire. Once you take out that heart, you can actually kind of walk inside his body. The hand will still attack you, and then you need to jump on the head and do that attack. I'd gotten to the boss before once with cheats, but I did not know what to do to beat him. That's what you gotta do. You gotta jump on his head, do that head attack, and punch it repeatedly, and then you'll beat the game. Well, that was Tecmo Night, also known as Wild Fang, created by Tecmo, of course, in 1989. And yeah, they used some sounds from NINJA GAIDEN. But it's got 5 rounds. It's really bloody game. It's just disgusting, kinda knocking the block off of the enemies. Well, yeah, if the game allowed you to pick up that dragon icon to morph you into an invincible dragon, like real close to where the bosses are, you would cut through the bosses like nothing. I mean, that would be so great if you could. And I think we're going to look at a snippet of me putting in a cheat where I was able to morph into a dragon and face the bosses, just so you can see how quickly you can cut through them. And that is Tecmo Night, also known as Wild Fang. And as far as I can tell, both games play exactly the same. I don't think there's any difference between the two. But again, the skulls that you can pick up will give you a 1-up, extra life, adds a star to your star meter, gives you extra points, and sometimes there is a dragon icon that will be left, and you can pick that up and be invincible for a short while. But that is Tecmo Knight, also known as Wild Fang by Tecmo in 1989. And I don't know if there was any home ports of this. Silly nicknames for the programmers sometimes. Strong Shima. That's Tecmo Knight, also known as Wild Fang by Tecmo in 1989. Suggested by YouTube user Juan Teddy Bear. Never saw this in arcades, never heard of it until MAME came along. Put in my initials real quick here. Winners don't use drugs. Yeah. Here I'll face the boss coming up here, and I'm going to put in the cheat to turn me into a dragon. See how quickly I waste these snakes with the happy fun ball. See you later. Boy, that was easy. But that was Tecmo Knight, also known as Wild Fang, created by Tecmo in 1989. Well, this is Crazy Clam Ready, saying thanks for watching Tecmo Knight, also known as Wild Fang, and I will catch you later with another video. Y'all stay warm, everybody, and I'll see you with my next video. Bye, folks.